I got a big pile of boxes. Let's open them up and see what's inside. Hey guys, welcome to Elevated Systems. I'm your host CJ, and welcome to the channel's first mega unboxing video. Well, more like a micro mega unboxing. I got an email the other day from a potential sponsor who called me the I word. Yes, they called me an influencer, or a micro influencer to be exact. Apparently, that's what you're referred to when you hit the 10K sub mark. Another thing that happens is my inbox gets full of a lot more requests from brands for product reviews. And to be completely honest, I have to turn most of them down because if not, this happens. Now, in reality, I'd say this pile is about 50-50. Review samples from different companies and stuff I purchased myself. Unboxing videos like this isn't something I, have ever done, but it makes sense to do for a few reasons. First, as a full-time dad and husband and a part-time solo YouTuber, I typically only have time to produce one video a week. So since so many things happen to land on my doorstep at the same time, I thought it fair to give the product some exposure, as the actual review video could be a few weeks away, and it gives me a chance to give you guys a preview of what's coming up on the channel and to give you a voice in the production schedule. More on that later. Let's get this desk cleared off and start to unbox this stuff. Okay, that worked. Now, I have some method to this unboxing because some of this stuff goes together, and if I just randomly grab stuff, it could get confusing, but I'm only about 80% sure I know exactly what everything is. But I'll start with something less exciting first. So this is just a USB-C lav mic. I got this on Amazon for like $30 or $35, and on its own, it's not very exciting. What is exciting is why I got it. Well, actually, that's not exciting at all. I got it for business video calls. Boring. What I got it for is the exciting part, and hopefully, if everything goes to plan, y'all should have seen this already. It's my new laptop. It's the Framework DIY fully modular laptop. I'm actually working on the review right now, and it should post in a few days, which for you will be last week. But if it didn't, I guess this is a sneak peek or a review preview, but I really love this concept and idea of this laptop, and it's a great PC, but it's not perfect, and the microphone isn't the best part. So I got this USB lav mic for better audio when I'm taking business calls, which I actually have one this afternoon. So let's see if this thing works. So this is the audio directly from the laptop's microphone. You can see it's kind of hollow. It has a bit more reverb than I like. So let's go ahead and switch to the lav mic and see how much it's improved. And this is audio directly from the lav mic, so hopefully that sounds better. I won't know until I get this onto my editing rig, but I assume having a unidirectional lav mic might help a little bit. Okay, next. Okay, this is the USB-C hub that Acasis sent over for me to check out, and this is like a 10-in-1 hub. It has all the typical hub stuff on it, like an SD card radio, audio output, some USB breakouts. It also has HDMI out and Ethernet in. It has power pass-through, and then a Type-C to Type-C connection to your device. And the reason I agreed to look at this one is because, oh, look at that, it's toolless. It has an NVMe M.2 storage expansion slot, so I can add up to 8 terabytes of storage to whatever device I'm using this with. So full review with all the specs and tested speeds is coming on this. In the meantime, I'm going to use it to test the ports on the Framework to finish up that review. Let's open a box. Okay, see, I thought this was something else, but these are just a new pair of earbuds I bought myself. I just need a new pair of earbuds, and these got decent reviews back when they came out. They were on sale for just $59, which is like 40% off the original MSRP, but that wasn't the kicker. I went with these because Anker's customer service is great. If these do end up sucking, I know Anker will take care of me. So straight out of the box, they sound pretty good. They're comfortable. I just went with the tips that came with, but there are multiple sizes included. The sound's not bad. So let me check out the noise isolation to turn my AC on. Now, y'all can probably hear that, but I can't hear it too much. So noise isolation isn't too bad. So right side is volume up. Okay, yep. Yep, that's loud. Left side volume down. Okay. And then double tap to pause. Double tap, dodge. Just getting louder. Down. All right. Well, that's enough of that. Maybe they have a learning curve. I'm glad I didn't buy these to review them. All right, what's next? Let's go with a bigger box. I gotta sharpen my unboxing knife. Okay, so it's a 240 millimeter radiator from aigo, I don't know, but I've reviewed several AIOs on the channel, and because of that, I've got a lot of requests from brands to review their AIO, and typically I politely decline because honestly, once you've seen an Asus type AIO, you've pretty much seen them all. There are typically two things that'll make me say, sure, send it. And one is a competitive price. If a 240 Asus type AIO is offered for like under 80 bucks, I'll check it out. Or if it's unique in some way, like it's not an Asus design, and this check both boxes. It only costs like $67, and it has an inline pump like the Be Quiet AIO, so not an Asus design. So I'll be checking it out, putting it up against all the other 240 AIOs I have. Also, speaking of 240 AIOs, hold on one second. I have this Enermax LickMax 3 240 millimeter AIO. Enermax actually sent this to me a long time ago, and if you know the history of the channel, I was a victim of one of those nasty, green, snotty Enermax TR4 coolers I had on my Threadripper workstation. So for this AIO, I've actually had it running at load 24/7 in a system for like the last 6 months. This box is actually empty at the moment. I benchmarked it before, I'll benchmark it after, and pull it apart to see if there's anything growing in it. Okay, now this box just arrived today, and I think I know what it is, but look at that. Engineering sample for testing, not for retail, and a whole lot of tape. More aigo stuff, and this is an air cooler, and again, I agreed to check this one out because of a unique feature. Six direct contact heat pipes. We've seen 4, Vitro gave us 5, aigo counters with 6. It seems the CPU cooler market is taking a page from the disposable razor blade market. And they also sent me over a bunch of their new RGB fans, and from what I understand, they actually incorporated an infinity RGB effect into the fan hub. It could be interesting. I have a project in mind for these, and I'll be getting into that in a bit, but let's move on. So I got a box and a bag. Let's pop these things open here. So, keycaps, that should be a hint on the content coming up. And this is a PCB. You figuring it out? No? Okay, hold on a minute. This is a positioning plate. Not yet. Hold on a second. How about now? You figured it out? You're wrong. I'm not building a custom keyboard on the channel. That's a money pit hobby I don't want to fall into. So I'm not building a keyboard. My son is. I'm gonna teach my kiddo how to build a custom keyboard, and this isn't the easy kind. He's gonna have to learn to solder all 61 switches into the PCB, and I also have a couple of rolls of 3D printer filament because we're gonna design and 3D print the case for the keyboard. This is actually some clear filament, so I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Okay, little box. Who's Billie Eilish? I'm just kidding. I'm not that old. All right, this is another lav mic, but this one is a bit different. LensGo sent over this one, and it's a microphone system very similar to the Rode Wireless Go. So it's a microphone and transmitter in one. With a receiver, I can directly connect to my camera or audio capture device. It comes in a neat little charging case, and it can capture audio internally on a micro SD card, so I don't even have to mess with the receiver at all if I don't wanna. I'm actually gonna do a long-term or longish term review of this, and we'll be using it in place of my Sennheiser lav mic system in the next few videos before I wrap up with a review video. Let's move on to a good size box. All right, this is another unique product for the channel. This is the BenQ Screenbar Plus. It's an LED light that you mount on top of your computer monitor to illuminate your desk, working area, keyboard, whatever. And to be completely honest, I've never met one of these that has worked well. They typically just put a glare on the top of the display, which isn't great when you're, say, video editing. However, I agreed to give it an honest review because I'm familiar with BenQ. In my experience, they provide quality products at competitive prices. I used a BenQ production display for years for my 3D design work, and it was a great display, and I didn't pay much for it. So I'll be putting this on my primary display over there and testing it and providing an honest review that BenQ asked for. And to do a better job at that, I bought this. This is just a light meter, and I'm showing you all this to demonstrate that even though you see reviewers and YouTubers getting a bunch of free products like this $130, $140 light bar, it's not really free. Not only do I have to actually pay a use tax on everything I get, there's the hours or days of work, of testing, compiling data, scripting, shooting, editing, everything that goes into reviewing the product and producing a video. There's also things like this to test and see if this is actually outputting the luminance BenQ claims it does. I need the proper tool to do that, so I bought a $40 light meter. So this free product actually cost me $40 for the meter, another $7 or $8 in taxes. I owe 36 to 40 hours of work to review, test, and produce a video, of which if I get 2,000 to 3,000 views, I'll make $10 to $12 on in AdSense revenue. Nothing in life is free. Okay, I have a couple more products sent to me for review. Oh. Next. Okay, this is an OBS Tiny Smart Webcam. I actually came across this webcam when I was doing research on the last webcam I reviewed and thought the whole motorized auto pan and tilt thing was pretty cool, and coincidentally, shorter afterwards, OBSBOT reached out and asked if I wanted to check one out. And here it is. That actually is a lot smaller than I expected to be. It is called Tiny, so appropriate. But again, another full review of this webcam is coming. Now, let's get to the big stuff. And this is an easy reveal, as all I have to do is remove the blur filter, magic, and now you know it's the Cougar Blazer Essence. The very first review I did on the channel was a Cougar case, and it wasn't great. In fact, I had to return the case because it just had way too many problems, but I didn't buy this case to review. I bought it to do a fully custom modded gaming PC build in. Let's get it out of the box and take a look. So this is the more compact version of the Cougar Blazer. It's gonna get tore down, get an automotive quality paint job. There'll be some hydro dipping involved. But before I get into a new build series, I have to finish this one. Some of my longtime viewers may have wondered what happened to this build that I started, well, over a year ago. Well, simply put, the PC market implosion happened. You notice I am getting some neat stuff to check out, but you also notice I haven't unboxed any motherboard, CPUs, or especially GPUs. I don't get stuff like that. I have to buy it myself, and for over a year, just like most of you, I haven't been able to get my hands on a new GPU for this build or more specifically, a new GPU to replace the RTX 2080 Ti in my editing workstation, which I intended to put in here. Also, because of all the PC market turmoil, interest in PC builds and views just completely dried up. So this went on the back burner, but before I start this build, I will finish this one. And before I start this one, I will be sure I physically have all the parts I need, which I almost do. Here are a couple of them. This is the motherboard, an Asus ROG Strix B550 gaming Wi-Fi. Very good mid-range motherboard, and I got it used like new off Amazon for like $130. Amazon is offering a lot more quality used products, which is great. I can save a ton of cash and still get the whole buyer protection and simple return policy if there's anything wrong. I also plan on using the aigo fans in the build as long as they provide a decent level of performance. And the last box. It's the Be Quiet Pure Power 11 fully modular 750 watt power supply. I have to give Be Quiet a huge shout out as the very first channel supporter. I emailed probably close to 50 marketing and project managers from companies I'd like to work with, and Be Quiet was the first and only one of 4 that responded, and has been an awesome company to work with. In fact, they just randomly reached out and asked if I wanted to check out this power supply. No real expectations, and it just so happens this is the perfect PSU for this build. Because first, I know it's a good product. I mean, I have the Straight Power 11 650 watt PSU that Be Quiet sent me a while back, but because of the unique vertical cable connectors, these will allow me to do some really clean custom cable runs in this case, as the PSU sits in the bottom and is visible. Now, I do have basically everything I need for the build: CPU, memory, and graphics card, so that's all great. The only thing I don't have yet are the water blocks and, well, everything for the custom open loop. So if like EK, Corsair, Alpha Cool, Bits Power, any of you guys are watching, my email's in the description. Wishful thinking, I know. But on the serious side, I want to thank all the brands that are helping support the channel: aigo, BenQ, OBSBOT, LensGo, Acasis, Be Quiet. Again, all I promised is a fair review, so those are coming. And of course, I have to thank you guys, the audience, for continuing to watch. Now, the next video is gonna be the review of the AT240 AIO, because I've had this product the longest, and I've already started running the test on my other 240 AIOs. But you guys let me know which one of these products you want to see content on next. Just leave a comment below, rank them in order or something, and I'll get a consensus, and y'all will set the production schedule. Also, while you're down there, be sure to hit that like, then maybe consider subscribing before checking out one of these videos. I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe.